so hopefully I can show you some stuff that'll help you learn some new stuff too. Now, for the first thing is let's pull out my little cider here. Okay, this tower is new. I just added it, and in my last video I said I wanted to add a tower here like this, exactly like this actually, and I wanted it not quite as high as this one. It's a whole kind of aesthetics perspective thing. And that's the fun thing about perspective, is that this tower is actually the exact same height as this tower. And that's kind of what I was going for. They are the exact same height, it's just farther back. So this kind of fulfills my hopes of no matter what angle you look at it from, it looks alright, and that's exactly what I was going for. You may notice some little thingies here peeking up through the towers, and obviously recognize them as pylons. I thought as long as I had these empty towers up here, it would be a great opportunity to hide pylons in them. I went with large pylons, which have a decent radius. This actually, just these 3 pylons, gets electricity to really most of the top 2 floors of this castle. I'm not going to have much wiring to do, and I'll get to the wiring here in a moment. Something I've learned today doing this, because I had to really persevere. I had some tricky stuff I had to do, which I will show you. One of the things, which I've actually been putting off since I built this damn building, before it was a castle. This is a remodel. It was originally a wooden shack on support beams. And something I noticed not long after I built it was that when I built these support beams, now if you are curious about how I do this, I have a video and I will put a link in the description to it so that you can make these too. I think it looks really nice. But when I first built these, let me go to build mode so I can highlight it. This one here was missing. It was an oversight. It was either an oversight or a misclick. I must have accidentally stored it, and it's this one staircase here has been missing for like 4 months, and it bugs me every time I look at my building. So today I decided, and this goes in my topic of perseverance, I said, you know what, I'm going to put that staircase in no matter how much work it is. It's work, because you can't put a staircase here. I had to remove all this floor and shit to do it. Anywho, check out my video if you want to know how I did it. If you do it yourself, that's awesome. If you don't like it, that's cool too. As far as persevering, another little project, whoopsie, that I did today. One of my subscribers, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, Unknown Rasa, he linked to me a video where a woman did some spiral stairs. Now I thought it was cool, and I was like, hey, spiral stairs, that's kind of cool. But the way she did them, don't get me wrong, they're awesome, but they weren't the look that I was looking for. This is all concrete, rounded turrets kind of look. And so I said to myself, maybe if I could build stairs within a rounded turret. Well, it's not that I got this far and I gave up, it's that it's actually really hard, because if I were to want to do this right here in an enclosed 360-degree tower, it would be pretty impossible, because if you experiment with it, you'll see the process to put these steps up. I'm sure you can imagine. If you don't know, I can make a video showing you. It wasn't that hard. What's hard is enclosing it in a full thing, because each of these steps has to be pulled back and away from the wall each time. What's going to happen is by the time you get 2/3 up the stairs, they're going to overlap on themselves and you're not going to be able to get up them. Hey, maybe someone else can do it. I built it this high and I said, you know what, this would make a great entrance for my castle here. This was actually really hard, because a small structure like these stairs, the attached foundation here, and this wall around it, I couldn't build here. You have to be able to manipulate these kind of items in groups, and as I'm sure you know, you cannot manipulate items in groups near other stuff without risking, fucking it up too. So I actually had to build this. I built it way over there on the beach, and positioning this in place was a problem. It took me like 3 hours, I shit you not. Well, you see, it's all actually snapped 100%. The only thing that's not snapped is these 5 steps right here. This bottom step is snapped. I got a floor down here. This is snapped to this. Obviously, this shit is snapped, and guess what? It's even snapped to this. See how that overlaps? That was not easy. The concrete's fairly forgiving, but this was actually a real pain to get in. But let's not dwell on that. It looks cool, and that's all that matters. It works well. It looks cool. And so what if, you know, you spend 3 hours on an entrance to your building? If it looks cool, then that's all that matters. Oh yeah, yeah. This over here. I mentioned to you I was gonna have, and I will show you the inside of my building and all the improvements I've done. I mentioned I was gonna have to move everything outside because I had to remodel this. This was all wood. I converted it to all concrete. So yeah, we got like a little. It looks like power armor. It looks like It looks like a group of power armor attending church or something. Like they're all bowing before the altar. Yeah, there's like 22 or 24 sets of power armor out here. Yeah, that took about half an hour, one at a time. Fusion core in, get in the power armor, move it, get out, fusion core out, next set. Yeah, that's always fun. But the cool part is when I stand up here, I feel like I'm important. You know, like they're all paying attention to me. They're like my minions, my little power armor minions. All right. Anyway, what else? I did a couple things out here to strengthen the look of the building. Let's pull up my little gun here. This balcony right here, I chose to double layer that. Now that's really hard, by the way. If you guys don't know how to do that, I can show you. It's really tricky. It requires creating a bunch of shit, but it can look cool. The reason I did that double layer balcony is I felt it looked a little weak. It was just this one layer of metal across here, and it looked weak. So yeah. So what I did was I wanted to strengthen the look of it, and it's great. It flows along this line right here, I think. Another thing I strengthened was this. This entryway used to meet right here at a corner with this building. And it didn't look like it supported it. It didn't look right. What I did was this half tile right here, this half tile section, I added this. Now that was a pain in the ass too. That was a huge pain in the ass adding this whole section here. But hey, you know, with enough, if you're determined, anything can be done. I was able to do it. So now my entryway tucks under by half a tile the building and kind of helps support it. You know, this stuff doesn't matter, but it does, because who doesn't want to show up at your place, show up at your hideout and look at it and and admire it, like, man, this place looks cool, you know? The angle where my buildings meet. Guys, if you want to know how any of this stuff is done, or any questions whatsoever, or comments, or you know, or even you know, your building sucks, that's cool. Leave in the comments. Let me know. This right here is where the buildings meet. You can see this part sticks out this way, and this part tucks in at this angle. You know, I could have had these buildings cleanly meet at an angle, but I think it's cooler to kind of have them sandwich into one another. None of that stuff is easy to do. Let's go inside. We're just about done, really. Pretty much all that's left is decorations. Of course, I'm big on rugs and paintings and wall hangings and everything to make it look nice. Oopsie. I'm not one of these empty building people. I've got boxes sitting everywhere. I had to move a lot of shit around. So yes, all of this is going to be... I rarely leave any uncovered wall space or floor space. I want it to look like a real home. Heck, I do the same thing in my own apartment. I don't think I have a single bare wall in my apartment that doesn't have some kind of picture hanging on it, because it makes it feel less... Well, I don't... It makes it look lived in. Okay. Upstairs, as you can see, again, I've converted all this to concrete. It was much easier than the dreaded floor of death right here, which you guys may remember from episode 2 and 3, which is fixed. And this was also a lot better, a lot easier than right here where the buildings meet, and I had to cover it up with rugs because there's just no way around it. You know, you have two floors meeting in a 25-degree angle. What the heck are you going to do? Cover it up with rugs. This was kind of a nightmare, making these walls meet. That was all done. The only thing really architecturally left is my helipad out here. I'm not sure if I've showed you guys my helipad. I've got my little welcome mat here, and it's places the vertibird usually drops me off right here. These lights are all hooked up to a grid, and when my power is actually on, they blink. It's very cool, a little helipad. I have not fixed this up yet. I haven't decided exactly what to do. But blah, blah, blah. So here's my floors. You know, nothing too... crap. Nothing too special. Yeah, this ledge here, it has no railing. This is where power armor goes. If you guys may recall from seeing this last video, my power armor is all lined up along this, and then that's this right here. This is my quick escape, so I can quickly get out. Oh yes, also, yes, by the way, I just remembered. Free fall legs. If you guys are a serious builder, then you will have free fall legs. I cannot tell you how many times I fell off the top of this building today. The freefall legs are a bitch to get. Maybe I'll make a video on how to get them. I figured a pretty easy way to get it. If you guys don't know, ask me. I will totally post a video. If you do have them, then great. I suggest them for all builds. I actually died a couple times building on the overpass at Finch Farm, and so that's when I said to myself, okay, I got to get these down, these leg armor. And if you're not familiar at all with them, I'll show you real quick. Apparel, free fall legs, prevents falling damage. Great for any serious builder who likes to build up high. I seriously fell down this shit so many times today. The new doors, the new concrete walls. You can put doors across floors. That's awesome stuff. This is cluttered here. This was my bedroom. Will be again. Let's go upstairs where I've started to put in electricity. And we have my power room, a single generator. Man, that's so awesome. I love Wasteland Workshop. Yes, I have a fusion generator. This provides 100 power. I will not exceed that. No, I probably won't, actually. I'm not a big fan of the LED lights. I may have a few, but I don't spell words at them, especially since now we don't need to, because now we have neon lights. Here's where I've cleverly, somewhat, hidden my pylons inside of my turrets. I think it's a pretty decent idea, actually. It just kind of occurred to me. It's a cool idea. You may notice I have some glitches here with the wires through walls. If you don't know how to put wires through walls, I have a video, and I will link that in the description as well. It's really essential for anyone who wants to seriously build. You gotta clip wires through walls. Look, the way I figure, it's not cheating. In real life, you put wires through walls, so I want to do it in my game, right? Okay, so here we have the electricity started. Now, I have a lot to do with electricity, and that's kind of one of the next things coming up, is electricity. Besides decorating, this place is going to be lit up pretty nice. I have some great ideas for neon lights. I can't wait to show you guys. Let's see. Let me make sure I've gone over everything I wanted to go over in this. Yeah, you know, pretty much. The only thing I wanted to mention is I have been putting these videos out every day on my updates, and this one was 2 days. I'm not getting lazy, guys. I got a new job, and it's about a 12-hour a day kind of deal, so sometimes I don't get around to downloading. You know, I leave for work at 6 in the morning. I get home at 7 at night. I don't necessarily always have the time to build and then also film, but I will try to do the best I can. Anything you want to see, I'm happy to do what I can to show it to you, and of course I will keep these updates coming, definitely this weekend. I'm Darkdally. This is episode 4 of Let's Build a Castle. There's a couple more to come with some really cool stuff. Like my video if you like it, guys. Subscribe, because there's always more stuff, and I love subscribers. You guys are awesome. I will see you guys next time.